What if we built a Dyson Sphere around the sun? A massive, world-encompassing structure capturing the energy of a star. A concept so ambitious, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi blockbuster. But what if it wasn't just a dream? What if humanity decided to take this colossal leap into the cosmos? Could we even pull it off? And more importantly, what would it mean for the future of civilization? Right now, the sun outputs enough energy in a single second to power Earth for hundreds of thousands of years. Let that sink in for a moment. All the energy we've ever used, fossil fuels, nuclear power, wind, solar, it's a tiny fraction of what our star emits every second. Yet here we are, burning through finite resources on Earth like there's no tomorrow. A Dyson Sphere would change all of that. It's humanity saying, why settle for crumbs when we could have the whole loaf? The concept comes from physicist Freeman Dyson, who proposed the idea in 1960. He suggested that an advanced civilization could surround its star with structures to capture nearly all of its energy output. With this kind of power, we could solve virtually every energy problem imaginable. No more fossil fuels, no more climate crisis, no more scarcity. The Dyson Sphere would be the ultimate cheat code for civilization. But how do we even begin to build something like that? First, let's talk about the sheer scale of this project. The sun's diameter is around 864,000 miles, and a Dyson Sphere would have to be built far enough away to avoid melting. So we're talking about a structure with a radius of about 93 million miles, the distance from Earth to the sun. Now multiply that by the surface area of a sphere, and we're looking at 550 million times the area of Earth. Just thinking about the materials needed for this is enough to give an engineer a headache. And where would we even get those materials? Earth certainly doesn't have enough to spare. But the answer might be closer than you think. Asteroids. The asteroid belt in our solar system contains more than enough raw materials to construct a Dyson Sphere. There's iron, nickel, silicon, and even water for life support systems. Mining asteroids sounds futuristic, but companies are already working on it. Think of this step as humanity's first baby crawl toward interstellar mega engineering. But here's the real kicker. We wouldn't actually build a solid sphere. That would be structurally impossible and totally unnecessary. Instead, scientists propose a Dyson swarm, a collection of millions, maybe billions, of solar panels or satellites orbiting the sun in a synchronized dance. Each panel would capture sunlight and beam it back to Earth as microwaves or lasers, where we'd convert it back into electricity. It's elegant, efficient, and just barely within the realm of possibility. So let's say we've got the materials and the technology. What would life be like with a Dyson Sphere powering our world? Well, energy scarcity would be a thing of the past. Want to power a megacity the size of Texas? No problem. Want to terraform Mars or colonize distant planets? Easy. Want to charge your phone without it dying after half a day? Okay, that's probably still asking too much. But you get the point. It wouldn't just be a technological leap. It would be a societal one. With unlimited energy, we could focus on advancing science, curing diseases, and even achieving interstellar travel. Poverty and inequality could shrink as energy becomes essentially free. This would mark the dawn of what's known as a Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale, a society capable of harnessing the full energy of its star. Right now, humanity doesn't even rank as a Type 1. We've got a long way to go, but let's not get carried away just yet. There are some serious challenges we'd face along the way. For starters, building even a Dyson swarm would require collaboration on a scale humanity has never achieved before. Forget international squabbles. We're talking about coordinating efforts across generations and possibly centuries. And then there's the question of how to assemble this thing. Robots, AI, a construction crew with the patience of saints, and we can't ignore the risks. A Dyson Sphere, or even a swarm, would fundamentally alter the balance of the solar system, redirecting energy, mining asteroids, and introducing massive artificial structures could have unforeseen consequences. Could it destabilize planetary orbits? Could it turn Earth into a frying pan if the energy beams ever misalign? The possibilities are as exciting as they are terrifying. Then there's the ethical debate. Should we even attempt something so massive when there are problems here on Earth that need solving? Critics might argue that the resources and brainpower required for a Dyson Sphere would be better spent fixing poverty, education, or healthcare. Others would say that striving for such an ambitious goal could unite humanity in a way nothing else has. And what if we aren't the first civilization to attempt this? The search for extraterrestrial intelligence has considered Dyson spheres as one possible sign of advanced alien life. If we ever detect one out there, it could answer one of humanity's biggest questions. Are we alone in the universe? But what if the opposite happens? What if aliens see us building a Dyson sphere and decide we're a threat? Suddenly, the project starts to feel a bit like holding up a giant intergalactic, "Hey, look at us" sign. Still, the possibilities are hard to ignore. A Dyson sphere wouldn't just change life on Earth. It would redefine what it means to be human. It would show that we're capable of not just surviving, but thriving, of looking at the stars and saying, "We can do this." Of course, this kind of monumental achievement isn't happening anytime soon. The technology is still decades, if not centuries away. But just because it's far off doesn't mean we shouldn't dream about it. After all, every great human achievement started as a wild idea. Flight, space travel, the internet. None of them seemed possible until they were. So, what do you think? Could humanity ever pull this off? Or is a Dyson sphere destined to remain a sci-fi fantasy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more mind-blowing ideas like this. Who knows? One day, we might look back on videos like this and think, this is where it all started.